Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 157 of the Need to Nerd podcast. I'm your host, Easy, and joined by my co-host, Patty B.
Whoa! It's Christmas time.
Christmas time, it's here. Me, I want a hula hoop.
You know what I want? I want a red one. I want a red one review.
Well, if that's what their people are looking for, here we are to give it to them. And if you want to talk about Red One, other movies, fantasy football, things like that, join the Discord. But as we said, before, the best gift that you can give this year is sharing the show. Share the show with your friends, share it with your enemies, share it with your mom, share it with your dad. Just give them like a QR code that links to our podcast. Just to hand it to them. Be like, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you can put in a Christmas card.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. But let's not take too much time talking about us. Let's dive right into this week's show. Our main topic is Red One. Red One is a 2004 action comedy.
2024?
2024. Thank you.
Yes.
2024 action comedy starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Chris Evans. It is the wonderful story of these two trying to find and save Santa Claus, who has been kidnapped.
Nick,
as they call him.
Yeah.
With that being said, where can people watch it?
So this is an Amazon movie. I think it was produced by Amazon, and it is on Prime Video.
Yeah, you can watch it with ads.
I think
that's how I watched it. I watched it on Prime Video.
Oh, I meant I sorry. I need to be more clear. I thought that it was like like Amazon like movie, but it looks like it did have a theatrical run, so it may.
I thought it did. I was going to ask about that. I thought it did. I was going to see it last year and I didn't. So, the first thing we like to do is go over our first impressions of this film. I didn't watch this movie last year. I watched it this year. And so for me, my very first impression of this movie, I think I was at the Wicked movie and saw a trailer for this during Wicked Part 1. And I remember turning to my wife, or maybe I turned to your wife. I don't know, one of them.
Oh, right, because that's how that happened. Sorry, continue.
And said, that looks really good. I want to see that. I think I said it to your wife, actually.
And so that's great.
I thought the trailer did a great job of setting up the movie to be like, you knew exactly what you were getting. And that was my first impression of it.
Yeah, I think I had a similar experience where I leaned to my wife and said, this is kind of corny. I could tell. But I think I'm going to enjoy this movie. And we didn't end up watching it last year, but now it's the time and we got around to it.
So wait, your wife had already seen this movie when we picked it as the podcast topic, though?
She did, yes.
So did she watch it without you?
She did. She does that a lot. So I'm a busy guy, and she works from home, and so she gets to kind of watch a bunch of shows and stuff.
Before,
like maybe she should be the co-host of the Need to Nerd podcast.
Before I was a stay-at-home dad, and when I worked from home a lot, I did when I was doing my busy work, I watched a lot of anime and TV and stuff for the podcast.
Yeah.
So, so what were your first impressions of it now that you've seen it? What were kind of your initial from the opening scene to the credits roll, what's your
it's about exactly what I thought, right? I think you said it really best there, that the trailer did a really good job selling this movie and letting you know exactly what it was, what you were getting into. You were getting into an action, a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson action movie. We're definitely smelling what The Rock is cooking. Um, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I think my first impression, like after watching the movie, and I was gonna watch it again last night, but we decided to do other stuff. I was gonna watch it twice yesterday,
Hmm.
because Devin wanted to watch it with me, and we probably still will, um, like when like wrapping presents or something. But I really felt like it was up there, like in my Christmas movies. It is a really nice change of pace from a traditional Christmas film. What?
I'm gonna say something here, and I know a lot of people are gonna be offended. Um, this movie is the actual Christmas action movie that Die Hard wants to be.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, I am very much on board with Die Hard is can take place at any point in time
As
where
long as there's
like
a hall, as long as there's a party to be had.
yeah, like it can, work party whatever. Like it can take place around any holiday, any setting, in New York. Um but what makes like this is a action movie that is a Chris also very much a Christmas movie. It would not work if Christmas was not, the main element.
Yeah, I can't imagine them like stealing the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, as far as like Christmas movies go,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like I think that's something that is me and the king of Christmas himself, Macaulay Culkin.
I knew you were gonna
Um
bring that up. I knew
ag-
right when you said it. I was
agree.
like, he's gonna bring up he's gonna bring up the last meals interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin has stated that it's not a Christmas movie. I
Yeah.
no, I think it's great. It's up there in my Christmas movies. Like, and it really feels like a nice change of pace.
Hmm.
Like, there are different types of Christmas movies for me, and like, some feel nostalgia, some are just for fun. Like, we have a guilty pleasure in our house where every year they released a new Princess Switch or something that with where Vanessa Hutchins plays uh, two girls that look exactly alike, and they switch
Okay. Kind of
places.
Tale of Two Cities. Okay.
Yeah, and there's like five of them that they released every year, and we watched them all. So like, there's like corny stuff. There's like Hallmark movies that like, you want to watch. Uh, and this is kind of like a nice change of pace from like the corny, from the nostalgia, from like the Hallmarky, you know. I, I don't know. Like last year, I think my favorite Christmas movie that I watched was oh my gosh, the catfishing one. Um, it's on Netflix. I'll put it in the show notes if I remember to do it. Either way, nice change of pace. So let's get into spoilers. Just kind of talked about our initial impressions. Um, from a high level, including spoilers. What did you think of what you watched?
Um it's such an interesting concept of like there's this organization that is in charge of like keeping the mystical um like hidden and keeping the magic. um like I think they were talking about the Loch Ness monster, and you've got like all these, the Easter Bunny, Krampus, right? All these like um fictional characters that they kind of take that spin on it, which I think is pretty clever.
The
I think
Headless
there are a lot of
Horseman was so funny to me. I don't know why that got
oh
me,
yeah,
but it got me so bad.
right, like yeah, someone messed around in in Sleepy Hollow, right? Just that was really good. That was also a good that was like a jump scare, right? Like um which always gets me. Um, Love a good jump scare. I think some of the like functional elements of having like toy stores as like a supply closets being like these uh transportation like interdimensional portals or whatever to get you to different parts of the world um through any toy store is pretty clever.
Yeah,
So
I have actually took like detailed notes during this movie. Like
yeah.
no joke. Like look at that.
Yeah, you're like, I got notes. I was like, okay.
So there's a few things. The first thing, my first level impression, maybe I'll save some of this for Levitz, but like the beginning of a movie does a really good job of setting up the characters.
Hmm.
Where like from stealing candy from a baby to like literally stealing candy from a baby to the Rock's conflict. Like you see it's a great act one, I guess I would say. Like from the opening scene to like all of act one is perfect in setting up the film. And then it just delivers. It delivers. And it's funny because like you would think there would be more action, but I don't know. It felt like they had the appropriate amount. Like I feel like a lot of the time, like when I watched the trailer, I guess that's the one thing that was different. I expected more action than there was actually there,
Mm-hmm.
but they kind of did a good job. Like even the Krampus scene, like it wasn't actually that action packed. It was actually
Yeah.
kind of like you would think that like that would have more going on in it. So
Right. And I mean, traditionally, movies with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, they try and jam as much action in them
right.
as part of that. So that totally makes sense as to like why we would think that initially. And it is refreshing that it was pretty balanced
Yeah,
with
and
the action and storytelling.
I also really felt like like it's the payoffs were really there. So
Hmm.
like even throwaway lines turned into things in the film. So
Hmm.
like if you think about the line where Krampus talks about the witch having being that giant monster and the tentacles and stuff,
Hmm.
I didn't expect to see the giant monster, and like so I was like envisioning that I had to imagine or like look up what this looked like, and having like even that kind of payoff at the end was really cool. Like Krampus like deciding to side with saving Santa. I don't know. There was like a lot of payoffs.
Hmm.
So, who was your favorite character?
Oh man, I'm going to have to say I loved J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus as Nick. We don't see him a lot, right? Like he's still an integral part of it, but I like his role in Act One. Um, I like. Are we to spoilers? Do we? We?
Yeah, I mean, I already
Oh, okay,
spoiled
cool.
the whole
Okay,
ending.
fair enough. Okay, so I think it's really cool the like concept that he never actually left the North Pole, right? I I don't know. It was cool to see like jacked Santa. It's just like uh you know bad A Santa. It was a nice refreshing take on the character.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons, I think might be like an underrated actor. Is there a role that he's been in that like he's not just great?
I don't think so. I also
And
think
think about
it's
his range. Like he's
also because of that. Like I don't know how he can be an underrated actor. Like still with all that.
like has he ever won an Academy Award? I don't
Good
know.
question. I'm not sure.
Um, I so I do like that pick for like favorite character. I do think that this might be Dwayne's best acting performance I've ever seen from him.
Oh wow, okay.
Not
Yeah.
that, not that like I Dwayne is a special kind of actor,
Uh-huh.
but like this, he gets emotional and like deeper than I think I usually see from him. So I really liked that. Um, but I don't know that like the character Callum is my favorite. I did like Zoe, the Lucy Liu's character. I
Mm-hmm.
thought she
Mm-hmm.
was, she's only in it a little bit, but I thought she did like a really good job. Um, but for me, it's just from like a character perspective, it's probably Jack O'Malley. I think that um, when Chris was younger, I feel like he played like a lot of dicks, like a lot of jerks when he was like a young
Yeah.
actor. And now people know him as like Captain America.
I don't know. He still played a few, Ransom in Knives Out is
Oh,
post Captain
I haven't
America.
seen I haven't seen Red Knives Out.
Oh yeah, his character in Knives Out's really good.
Oh, is he kind of a jerk in that too?
Yes, yeah.
I think he does a really good job playing a jerk. Like
And
he's
in Deadpool 2, the kind of Johnny Storm with a mouth.
oh, that is like one of my favorite scenes of all time. That post
I
credit
know,
scene is like
right? Yeah.
unbelievably good. Um, yeah, he's really good at this specific type of role. It's crazy,
Mhm.
right? Like you think like I think a lot of people do think of him as Captain America, but like like I wonder if the first Chris Evans movie I ever saw was not another T movie, or maybe it was Fantastic Four. So I don't know, but he does this role really well, and I also think that like he gave some pretty good depth to the character, and the character was really interesting. From the opening scene where actually I have a question. I'm a little confused. Is the kid that finds the presents Jack, or is the kid that finds the presents Callum at the very beginning of the movie?
Kid that finds the presents. Oh no, it's Jack. Yeah, yeah.
It is
It's young
Jack.
Jack.
There was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a weird moment at the end of the movie that made me think it was Callum. I was like, I thought Callum was an elf.
I
So,
mean, not actual elf. Elf is an acronym for the government agency.
sure.
So
Uh, no, huge fan of Jack's character. From you know gambling with kids to prove that he could show them all the presents to the very beginning of the movie to the moment in the car where he's like, I'm not actually a deadbeat dad. He's got a really good dad. He doesn't need me. Like to like improving as a person and breaking the barrier. I don't know. It was just all very good for that character. Do you have a favorite storyline?
Um, I kind of liked the side storyline of the the Nick and Krampus Brotherhood. Um, that little subplot was really great and fun, and just kind of seeing how all these, winter mythological Norse characters, you know, are intertwined together between all of their different Christmas stories. Um, is really cool.
Yeah, I really like that. Like I kind of mentioned it earlier in the podcast, just like him joining up with Santa at the end was really cool. But like, kind of their interactions together, just in that brief time, was sweet. Um,
Mhm.
and even in the like before in the Krampus scene, he's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, go, I didn't touch my brother. Like, he's like, I don't know. You can tell he has some animosity that he like overcame for that, and I don't know. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think my favorite storyline is honestly just Callum's. Um,
Sure. But
just
believing in people again.
yeah, I think that like it is the plot of the movie in a lot of ways. I know that
Hmm.
it's like Jack's story, quote unquote, in a lot of ways, but I think that the theme of the movie is Jack making Callum believe. So
Yeah, for sure. Their stories are intertwined. Um, as you know, with Jack being a level 4 naughty lister. Um, it's actually funny. I needed a shirt for the kayfabe holiday party on Sunday,
mhm.
and so I was at Lowe's getting stuff for Shelby's Christmas present, and they had it one on clearance, and it was like back to back naughty lister.
That's funny.
Um, yeah, so I snapped that one up. Um, so being on the naughty list, it's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
Maxwell's
if you're
Maxwell's
listening and
nice.
you're a child, not good. Don't be on the naughty list. Listen to your parents.
Uh, yeah. So I want to say that like I'm sorry. I should preface this with let's move on to could be betters. And
Okay.
I have very few for this film. Um, I would say that like the only one that I thought of while it was happening was uh is it Grilla?
Yeah, Grilla.
Grilla, whatever. Her minions are almost
Her sons.
non-character. Her sons, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
There was like non-characters, and it was kind of weird that like they're mentioned that how important they are and like all this stuff, but they actually just like don't do anything. But
Yeah. So that's something on the actually I read about on the IMDb page. Like, so Grilla is an Icelandic character. She toured the world on winter nights asking charity for her sons. And if you denied that, her sons would enter your house and cause mischief. So they are kind of like, I don't know if they're like intended to be
oh, it might
like,
be purposeful. Okay,
yeah,
honestly,
but that makes sense.
that might be my only could be better. I really like this movie. Do you have any could be
Yeah,
betters?
no, this movie was great.
Oh, you know, I do have another could be better.
Yeah, we should probably talk about the thing.
Well, no, I'm kind of over it.
Okay, cool.
I, and Nick is just gonna be Nick. I thought he did a good job in the scene, and I thought it was comedic. And uh, my other could be better is actually the soundtrack.
Oh
I
yeah,
yeah, I feel like
we had song on here, but I don't remember there being like a.
I feel like we just used every Christmas song, and I if I'm not mistaken, a lot of them were like just straight up from the from the radio. Like they were just the
Sure.
normal versions. I kind of wish that like in some situations they had redone some Christmas songs for the type of movie this was, if that makes sense.
Sure, yeah. Where like I don't know, like you give it kind of like an action beat,
Yeah, do something
or
even if
a
it's just
little,
a
give it a little
remix.
more.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even have to
Yep.
be a hard thing. Like just redo them. I don't know, and maybe that's hard. Like I don't know the rules around music like that. But
Probably would have been cheaper. Maybe, I don't know. Would it
I
be
don't
to
know. I have
license
no
some things
idea.
then to pay someone to remix them?
But you have no could be better stuff.
Um, I don't think so. Like there were a few like because I knew what I was getting into going into it with the trailer being so like, okay, here's what this is. Like there were a lot of really corny moments. Um, I didn't love some of the like Jack being a butthole um stuff.
Okay.
Like I think that they could have made his ex a bigger character. Um, but these are all kind of small
Nitpicky.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's just love it. Things that we loved about the film, and I have a lot.
Okay, you start.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Uh, one of mine is the influencer and just like how annoying that stuff is, and calling that out in this movie. I thought was great.
Oh, down at the beach scene.
No. The influencer at the very beginning. It's like when we introduced to Santa, this influencer tries to get him to wear a T-shirt and like record him.
Oh, right, yep. And Callum has to be like, nah, sure, yeah.
In the same scene, like just shortly after, Callum just basically throws the finger at capitalism, and like people who act like jerks on Christmas. And I actually have a story from today as
Oh,
we
wow,
were
okay.
doing Christmas shopping. I am standing in an aisle
Okay.
with my wife, and all of a sudden I hear, "Get out of the way, share the lane, share the aisle." And I'm like, don't even have the whole aisle. And my wife like moves the cart. This woman just walks past and glares at me. And I was this close to be like, "Oh, have you ever heard the words 'excuse me' in your life?"
Oh, yeah.
Like, but I didn't want to start a fight in the Walmart
Yeah,
the night
no.
before Christmas Eve. But it was
Christmas Eve.
honestly one of the rudest anyone has ever been to me in public that I didn't know. Like, you should have. I'm not even quoting her right. It was a longer sentence than that.
Oh no.
And I was like, "Are you like you're Christmas shopping and you're being a jerk?"
Yeah, it's a stressful time. I will like.
I don't care how stressed you are. Human
I'm aware.
decency matters. And it's like she acted like my cart was sideways blocking everybody.
100%. It's not an excuse. That's not an excuse to like control how you act, right? You can being excellent to each other doesn't cost, but like people are much more aggressive and crazy on the road, right? Like it.
Oh yeah, I saw 2 people run red lights today.
Yeah, it. I kind of that is one thing I hate about the holiday season is like.
So people don't know. Maybe they know this about me. Maybe I've said it on the podcast before. I hate Christmas.
Yeah,
I hate it. I think people are mean. I think everybody's like, "Oh, it's this joyful time, full of love and laughter and happiness." I'm like, no, everybody's mean. Everybody's stressed. Like it is. It's the most wonderful time. I'm like, no, it is the literal worst time of the year. It's horrible. But it's movies like this that bring me joy. Anyway, I want to tell that story because it was ridiculous. I was like, it reminded me of this scene in the movie where they're on the escalator and Tom just wants to like rail into this woman and be like, "What is your problem?"
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of mentioned this one, but the kind of like the presidential, like red. I mean, it's called Red One, right? Like we get it,
Hmm.
but like the presidential like setup, I loved it. I thought it was so funny. Um, oh, I have a question. This is actually kind of could be better. I forgot about this one. So, I wish they would have told us how much he made on the data for Santa.
The what for Santa?
When he sold the data to Nick,
Oh,
they
right,
don't
sure.
actually say what he got. So then when he gets upset for the 2,500 that he bet, I'm like, how much did you just sold this insanely hard to get data?
Right.
So, um, could be better for myself. I should have watched it on my 4K TV. I did not.
Mm. Yeah, I watched it on my phone, so
You
I should.
watched this on your phone?
Yeah, it sounds like I need to play it while I'm packing, wrapping presents tonight on the 4K.
Wait, why did you watch it on your phone?
Just timing.
All right. Um, sorry, just going through. Yeah, I already mentioned a bunch of these. Yeah, I loved the gearing up discussion. I loved the. I already mentioned that one. So those are some of my big ones.
Okay, yeah. For me, I this cast is just fantastic. Right? Like everybody is just a banger actress and actor. Um I particularly loved Christopher Hivju. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but of Game of Thrones fame as Krampus. That was really cool. Um Even, some of these throwaway characters like Ted, right? They've got Nick Kroll in that role. Um Mark Evan Jansen as Jackson as Uncle Rick at the beginning of the movie. Um just just stellar, fantastic
I mean,
cast.
his ex is Mary Elizabeth Ellis, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it is. You're absolutely right. It is just like complete bangers. Actually, I have a question. I recognize. Maybe I can just look this up while you're talking, but I recognize Mrs. Claus, but I didn't know from what.
Bonnie Hunt, so she was in Cheap by the Dozen. I pulled that
Oh,
up too. I was trying to
that's
remember.
her.
And Cars, yeah.
She aged pretty well. Okay, I was like, I know that actress. I don't remember. Cheaper by the Dozen
But yeah,
Cars as
she voices Bonnie Hops in Zootopia.
I didn't know that either.
Voice of Dolly in Toy Story.
Uh,
Voice of Sally in
so
Cars
just
3.
absolute banger after banger after banger after
Yes,
banger.
yes, exactly.
Oh, I have another could be better, but it's not for the movie.
Mm.
Critics suck, dude.
Oh yeah, that's an aspect of this we need to kind of bring up.
Just really quickly while we go into Lovitz, we both like this movie.
Yeah.
How do you get an 89% popcorn meter from fans and get a 30% from critics? What did you expect going into the movie, critics? Also, what are you critiquing? Like, not every movie needs to be this like artistic. Do you just rate all action movies or all Christmas movies like this?
So funny enough, so my buddy who I went to school with is actually um, does movie reviews and stuff for ABC4 Utah, Patrick Beatty. Um, and I was curious, right? So I just opened up like the critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. His was the first one, so that's always cool to see. It's like, oh, I have a friend who's like kind of a celebrity. Um, Dwayne Johnson's played the same type of character for so long now, and in so many movies that he's become an imitation of himself. So kind of more of like a just general like maybe Dwayne the Rock Johnson fatigue kind of
But is this the same Dwayne character?
I think it's not far off. I think there's a bit more emotional depth with Callum, because, and I think it's because it's a Christmas movie that there's like,
Fair enough.
this crisis of conscience. Um, the action was pretty great. I love the snowmen. Um, those were really cool bits.
Oh my gosh!
Lots of just really
That's
funny
actually a
little
love it
bits.
for me that I missed when he's like, you just dig it. He like lights the snowman on fire. Callum's like,
Yeah.
just blow the nose. Like, duh,
Yeah.
idiot.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he knew initially either. Like, he kind of discovered that during the fight, and then it was easy
Oh sure.
because they keep kind of like growing back.
Those snowmen were sweet, dude.
Yeah, the snowmen were pretty cool. I like the way that they did like Santa's sleigh. Oh, what's the quote? Oh, I love that conversation where Jack's like, it's one day though, right? Like a big job for like one day. We work 364 days a year because on that one day we deliver presents to several billion individual domiciles across 37 time zones without ever being detected by a single human being. We prep, rehearse every moment, every stop down the last chimney. So yeah, it's a lot of work. 364 days. We have Boxing Day off. I don't know. I love that.
That was great. I think another thing you just remind me of is the scene where he's actually delivering the presents.
Yeah.
And like that was cool.
Yeah. Because he really, if you think the math is like insane, you have to be magical to do that. I love it that is kind of, it could be better, was I loved Agent Garcia, the polar bear.
Oh, you want more of him?
And I wanted a little more of him. I think he's so like prominently displayed in the advertising and like the picture, like the promo stuff.
Yeah.
And that he kind of is not as big of a character, but it's all good. I like them.
I love that. Should we rate it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, from 0 to 10, 0, we would never do this. Although I guess we both decided to do it before we watched it, so I guess we would have just canceled the podcast if it got 0.
What?
I'm just saying. That's what we always say. 0, we would never ever do the podcast. Like we just wouldn't give somebody. We wouldn't review a 0.
So should we just say 1 to 10?
No, it's fine.
Like on our
maybe you
thing,
would.
'cause, like, it
I'm
won't be a
saying that
0.
if we both gave it a 0, we would never do it. To 10.
Yeah,
We changed our rating scale for those keep track at home due to listener feedback. Patty B, from 0 to 10, what would you give this?
Yeah, Christmas movies, it's an 8.5, 8.5.
For Christmas movies, it's an 8.5.
I mean, yeah,
What would you rate
really
it?
good.
What would you rate it overall?
I have to rate it an 8.5 because I can't rate it otherwise. It is the true Christmas movie in that it can't be standalone without the Christmas element.
Okay. For Christmas movies, it's a 10. If I'm rating it with other Christmas movies, it's this is gonna be a.
It's an every year. It's an every year one for you.
It might be for me,
right? Because that's probably the line, right?
You're right.
If
Maybe
it's gonna be a 10,
it would
needs to be an every year thing.
Maybe it's a 9.
So that's why I settled at 8.5. Right? Was like, it's close. I think it's close to a 9. And it's not like an every year for me, but it is very, very good.
Here's the thing. Last night, we bought all of the Christmas movie collection, like the whole thing. You know, like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Sure. All the classic animation kind of ones. Okay.
Because they're not on a streaming service.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
I know. That's what we said. So Deviner's like, there's one at the Walmart by our house. I was like, go buy it. Just go buy it.
Cool.
Because we looked for
I
it
will
at
probably
Target
need.
for for the last 2 years and couldn't find it. And then there's one right here. I was like, just go get it. Because my kids wanted to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which is, by the way, the first one I ever made, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, we watched Rudolph last night, and I'm saying this during the rating for this reason. That movie has a lot of problems.
Yeah.
I mean, the stop animation is awesome and stuff like that, but right. Santa's a jerk most of the movie and stuff like that, and
well, yeah, I mean, he doesn't give Rudolph the time of day, right? Like that's part of the.
Yeah, and I don't know that that's a 10 for me, which I think that I remembered it as a 10.
What does Yukon Cornelius not do it for you?
Dude, he has a revolver. He's got a gun.
Yeah, you gotta survive in the wow.
Anyway,
the Abominable Snowman.
I gotta tell you a story after the podcast. I'm gonna give this a 9.5. It's probably not an every year. Overall, if I was rating it just as a movie, I guess you're right. It doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna watch it not at Christmas time. Yeah, that's fair. All right, I'll give it a 9.5. Let's see here. Where can people find you if they want to talk to you about Yukon Cornelius?
Oh yeah, they can find me. They can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at PattyBMTG, and at that same handle on Blue Sky.
All right.
What about you?
They can find me at Spencer13H. They can find me every week on the Constructive News and Podcast. Next year, we're going to do a big effort to do more Constructive Clash, so you can find me there on the YouTube channel for Constructive Criticism. You can also find me on Twitter at He's Game, although I barely tweet anymore. I'm like a tweet lurker. I'm much more likely to be on Threads or Blue Sky at this point. So
I mean, for what it's worth, you can reach me there. I don't check those platforms as often as I.
You're just respond to
chronic lurker.
Yeah.
I
don't even do that, dude. I just I like and retweet. Barely ever am typing on the Twitters. But like and subscribe to the show if you haven't already. If you have any feedback for the show, things that we can do better, ways that we can make the episodes more enjoyable, things like that, that would be a great Christmas present for us. Just leave a comment, let us know. And I just want to thank, the show did grow this year in a couple of different ways. It's not, we've been really inconsistent this year specifically due to real life stuff, but I hope to really get back to it next year. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching and listening. Patty B raised his hand during the podcast, which was really funny because I almost made a joke. It's an audio podcast, dude. But thank you so much. I hope that everybody has a happy holiday, regardless of whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating, however you're celebrating. Just know that, people matter. Be kind to one another, and don't just be rude to people in the Walmart aisle because for no good reason. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all. Probably not next week.
Yeah, next week might be tricky. I think next week today is my birthday, and it's New Year's Day next Thursday. So probably
not next week. We'll see y'all in the new year. Much love, and thank you so much for listening.